Like I said, today we're going to talk about financial aid verification. Oops. So I'm going to start by telling you just a little bit about the Emily K Center and Game Plan College, the team that I work for. Then we'll move into financial aid verification, steps to complete, and some tips that we have. So just a little bit of background on who we are. The Emily K Center was founded by Coach K, and we're located in Durham. We have 4 programs that support students from kindergarten all the way through the end of college. The program that I work for is called Game Plan College. Our program is free and we're open access, meaning if you attend a Durham public school, you can access our advising services for free. We offer services, as you can probably tell, that are catered towards students wanting to go to college, whether that be 2-year or 4-year, but we can also talk about other post-college plans like getting a job or joining the military and things like that. Just to give you an idea of the things that we can help you all with, we can help you create your 4-year high school plan. So if you're not a senior, we can help you talk about course selection, clubs you might want to do, things of that nature. We can talk about choosing a major or a career, working on your college list, filling out those college applications, filling out the RDS, financial aid, which includes scholarships, the FAFSA, financial aid verification, which we're talking about today, test prep, and other things career related like mock interviews. We offer one-on-one advising services right now. It would be over a virtual format, but we also do workshops like these in your high schools. So what is financial aid verification? So if you remember, maybe a couple months ago, you filled out the FAFSA. And when you filled out the FAFSA, the federal student aid took all of that information and they sent it to the colleges on your list that you said to send it to. So what happens next is after you're admitted, those colleges take a look at your FAFSA. And if they see on your FAFSA there's some information that they just want to double check is correct, you will be selected for a process called verification. This is sometimes random and sometimes not, but there are a couple ways to anticipate that you will be selected for verification, which I'll talk about in 1 second. So you won't hear back about verification until after you've been accepted to that college, and you will be selected for verification before they give you your financial aid award letter, which tells you, here's all the money that you've gotten for college. So if you're in that period right now with some schools, keep an eye out for verification emails. Why might you be selected for verification? So federal student aid is required by law to randomly verify a certain percentage of applicants, FAFSA applicants, but colleges may also choose to verify you on their own. One good way to know that you might be verified is if you could not use the data retrieval tool on the FAFSA. So if you entered all of your parents and your financial information manually, it is likely that you'll be selected for verification because colleges want to double check that the information that you put down matches the information that's in the IRS. Colleges do this because they want to make sure that your expected family contribution is correct, so they're awarding you the right amount of money for you to go to that college. So one way that you might know that you are selected for, or that you might be selected for verification, or you will be selected for verification, is by looking at your student aid report. So as you can see here, here's an example. This first arrow is pointing to the student's EFC, which is about $2,000. And then if you look down here, you can see that the FAFSA says you have been selected for a review process called verification. Your school, so the schools that you are admitted to, have the authority to request any documentation from you to fulfill verification. So if you see this on your FAFSA, be on the lookout for an email about verification. Like I said before, if you did not use the data retrieval tool, be expecting to be verified. As much as I don't like this or don't agree with it, in my experience, if your EFC is 0, be prepared to go through verification. So what does this all mean? So when you are selected for verification, the college is probably going to send you a couple worksheets. This varies by college, but generally this is how it works. They send you a few worksheets through the institution that have you write down your financial information, things like that, maybe a test that you are telling the truth. And then they're going to ask for supporting documentation. So some common supporting documentation is tax information. So this includes both the 1040s, so the actual tax forms from the IRS, W-2s, which your parents or you get from your employer, 1099s, potentially a tax transcript, which you have to order from the IRS. Ooh, sorry, y'all, my email just popped up. Okay, one second. Let's see. So they might ask for those tax documents. They also might ask for the number of people in your house. So do you have any siblings? Do you have grandparents in your house, cousins, things like that? Any documentation of government assistance that you might receive, like SNAP benefits, number of college students in your house, untaxed income. So let's say you work a part-time job and you make like $5,000 a year, but you didn't file taxes. They might ask for information about your work. Untaxed income could also be maybe your parent is in graduate school and they are getting tuition remission. I think that is could be classified as untaxed income. Here's some examples: child support, untaxed interest, any child support paid by another parent. So let's say your parents are divorced and one of them pays child support, they might ask for that sort of information. I would say the most common thing they're going to ask for is tax documentation. So if you believe you might be selected for verification, go ahead and start to gather those documents just so you have them ready. So when you get this email from the college, you want to carefully fill out those verification worksheets. They might ask you to submit them a couple different ways. They might ask you to mail them, fax them, email them. There could be an online portal or some sort of third-party website. Unfortunately, there's no standard process for this, so it really depends per college. Make sure that you complete verification immediately. The sooner you complete verification, the sooner you'll get your financial aid award letter. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that you're missing out on money that the institution did have to give you, but gave away because you didn't complete verification. So if you get this email, please talk to your college advisor, come talk to us so we can figure this out quickly. Here are some examples of some verification forms. This is from UNC Greensboro. So you'll see that they're asking for some household information, who's in your house. They're asking who filed taxes, were they required to, then you certify that you are telling the truth. Then they're asking over here about sources of income received in this year. And then you'll see right down here, they say, I will submit my wage and tax statement W-2 for each source of income listed above. So this is where you would need to get that W-2, make a copy and send it to the college. Just a few tips. If you expect that you will be selected for verification or you're selected for verification at multiple places, make sure that you're keeping track of what they're asking you to do. Here's an example right here of a spreadsheet. Like I said, there's no standard process for verification, so it's going to vary by institution. One college may ask for, we just want to see your W-2s. Another college might ask for 5 forms, so you want to make sure that you're not getting these institutions confused and you are doing exactly what they tell you that you need to do. Um, so if you're not a spreadsheet person, maybe make a poster on your wall or have a page in a notebook just so you're keeping track of these things. So make sure that you're frequently checking your email as you go through verification and even as you are waiting for your financial aid award letter, because you could be selected. Like I said, submit all the documentation as soon as you can, so don't wait on this. Once you file or once you complete verification, maybe check in every once in a while on the status of your verification. So maybe if you submit and you don't hear anything for like 2 weeks, maybe send the financial aid office an email or call the financial aid office and just ask, what's the status? Do I need to do anything else? And always be kind. These financial aid folks are not your enemy. They are doing their jobs and they are, they want you to get money for college. So I know this process can be really frustrating, but try to be courteous and kind as you're working with these people because they are, trying to work in your best interest. So that's all I have today. On the left, you will see the upcoming February workshops for financial aid, and the link on the right is to register for future workshops. I'm also going to send a link in the chat. This is a feedback form that you all can fill out if you want to give us some feedback. Does anyone have any questions? You can put them in the chat, you can say them out loud.